Okay, so we are here outside of my work. I look up in the sky. It's been raining for a little while. I look up in the sky one bright day. There's an X pattern right there. You can see it go all the way past the building into the horizon. You can see there's the X pattern. Perfect. Okay, so that thing goes all the way to the horizon where you see another trail right there. And then there's a trail right there. And that goes all the way to the horizon. You can also see what's left of these chemical trails, these chemtrails. You see this one's working on an X trail. I saw a plane working on a new one. Where'd he go? But you can see him all over the sky. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to make of it. There's one right there. I can't zoom on this. This is my iPod. I don't know if you can see him, but they're working. They're working overtime. I don't understand what the hell to do, but it can't be good.
So an attempt to attack Mohammed Khatami, the former reformist.
There's a chemtrail right now being done. You see how it swerves? You see these in the sky? I'm not making it up. I'm telling you, as I drive my car and look out of my window, I see more and more of them that are being sprayed right before my very eyes. I don't understand what they're doing in the skies. I don't know how the hell they can be getting away with whatever they're doing. But it's not natural, it's not right, and nobody seems to be talking about it. I don't know if you can see it in this little iPod camera right now, but you can see there's one that's spraying right now. That is not a condensation trail coming out of a plane. That's not a condensation trail. That is some kind of chemical that's being sprayed out of a plane, and you can see how the plane is going right across that other sprayed line that probably was sprayed a few hours ago to create a perfect X pattern. You see him, you see the jet. He's not incredibly high up in the skies. I don't know, maybe 15,000 feet maybe. But you can see him spraying. You see that trail behind him. That is not condensation. That's not normal condensation left by a plane when the air is cool. And no, I think it's when the air is humid, it's hot and humid. It leaves a condensation trail, but it disperses very shortly after that trail, after the plane or after the trail's left. It disperses really soon. You can see how this crap, whatever is being sprayed out of this jet, you can see.
The Marines are coming with Afghan forces to liberate you, and you need not be afraid. Stay here, and that was another reason.
This sounds like it's a fairly populated area. What are the Marines planning to do to avoid civilian casualties, particularly if all those civilians do stay? Star in A View from the Bridge. Jeff London reports.
The play was Arthur Miller's attempt to take Greek tragedy and give it an American twist. A View from the Bridge is set in blue-collar Red Hook, a waterfront neighborhood in Brooklyn. Hooks all evening.
That's sort of Greek tragedy, isn't it? You know from the outset exactly what's going to happen. The only question is how.
How is director Gregory Mosher's job?
Okay, so I'm on my way to school. Shouldn't be doing this, but I don't know if you can see in my little iPod, there's another. I mean, I just stepped out of work and I've been videoing these little things. I don't know if you can see it up there in the sky.
but I've been videoing to show the outrageous amounts of chemical lines through the sky that I live underneath and breathe with all of these people here, all of these unsuspecting people. I mean, I hate to make it sound like a conspiracy, but you know, well, it is a conspiracy. I don't know if you can see that there's another plane. I mean, just in one afternoon, I've been videoing these things just on my way out of work and to school. I've literally seen three or four planes leaving chemtrails in the sky, and this is probably either the fourth or fifth plane that not only am I actually seeing, the remnants of what they left, but I'm watching new, like I said, 3, 4, or 5 new trails. I'm watching the planes leave them behind their trail just in one afternoon on the way to school. I mean, I see dozens of these things in the sky. Dozens and dozens. I mean, it goes all the way to the horizon. It fuzzes out over the horizon, and that's what these chemical trails do. They cross each other, and that geometrically covers the largest area in the sky. And then as the winds carry them away from the ocean, as they go east, they fuzz out, they spread out, and so by the time they get miles away from here, they create this mist up in the sky, and this barrier is what it is. And so this is what the people are saying, that the barrier that it creates lets the sun, the UV rays in. It doesn't let them out as much. It creates a heavier greenhouse effect, and warms up the environment around these areas. But other people are saying that they're even more than that. That there's something. They have the ability to leave things in these clouds of chemicals that are coming out of these jets, and that's where the conspiracy theories kind of go off the deep end. But nobody's talking about it. Nobody knows anything about this stuff, except you really have to navigate on the web, on the internet, to find people that are talking about this stuff. Nobody's talking about it in society. Nobody's talking about it out in the open. It's like these people are just driving down this freeway to their jobs, to their homes, to school, to wherever they're going, to the grocery store, and everybody's got their nose to the freaking ground. Like, nobody looks up in the sky and asks questions about what the hell all of these lines are going through the sky that didn't used to be there like that. Only I can remember about a couple of years ago. This is never, in my 35 years of living on this planet, I've never seen anything like this in my life. About 2 years ago, I started seeing these odd lines through the sky. And then just about 6 months ago, I started to say, okay, wait a minute, I'm seeing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or more of these lines through the sky. And then I start hearing about other things that control the weather, and it's not science fiction, it's not conspiracy, it's actual very, very, very real weather control, weather manipulation situations that are leading this area to get hotter. They're blaming it on global warming, but I'm just trying to do whatever I can to show whoever I can that I'm not talking out the side of my ear. I'm totally not validated by any of this stuff, because like I said, nobody's talking about it. Nobody anywhere is talking about this stuff. It's not on the news, it's not on the radio. I go over to 640 AM.
Recipients work for their benefits.
I go over to 89.3.
Governor Schwarzenegger's pick for lieutenant general, but the assembly refused to confirm. States.
I'm listening to 89.3. I listen to this stuff every single day going to and from school through this horrible traffic that takes me at least an hour to get maybe 20 miles. I'm listening to the news. I hear this stuff. I hear nothing about chemtrails. I hear nothing about these lines going through the sky in these perfect X patterns. You know, planes will go through the sky and they'll leave 2 or 3 lines parallel